DCTV 274 production, a channel meant to spread evangelical mission, reflections, church news, interviews on church matters, socio-political issues, and other marriage matters, both young and nice content, all kinds of invitation cards, even movies. DCTV 274 production.
Hi, this is my channel. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. DCTV, the channel for everyone. This is Regina Cheli Catholic High School, Ehume Obo, located along Mbakwe Road. This is the school environment, and the school is made up of boys and girls. The school is made up of boys and girls, with the government field close to it. This is Regina Cheli. The school won an award in mathematics this year. When the students are not around, you see birds of the earth flying here and there. And this is the school compound. This is the school compound. A cool evening. A cool environment. This is the junior class section. This is the church hall. And this is also the junior class section. And behind it is the senior section. JS1 to SS3. And presently, they are writing their internal exams about school. The two poles you are seeing are meant for volleyball. They also have table tennis and badminton courts. So this is the school environment. In the evening, that is the gates, and that is the canteen. And down is their comfort zone down there in green color. So this is Regina Cheli Catholic High School, Ehume Obo. That is the nursery section. Over here is the principal's office, and also JS1 and JS2 block. And behind it, you see the dean's office and the staff room and the SS3 block. This is Regina Cheli Catholic High School, Ehume Obo. A man who calls his kinsmen to a feast does not do so to redeem them from starving. They all have food in their own houses. When we gather in the moonlight at the village ground, it is not because of the moon. Every man can see it in his own compound. We come together because it is good for kingsmen to do so. Therefore, let us continue with the team spirit and enjoy the power of togetherness. Let us smile not because we don't have problems, but because we are stronger than the problems. And this is what Rejoice, Uchenna, and her classmates have decided to call us to see. Let us go and see what they have in stock for us.
Sit down. Thank you. Welcome. This food, the thing was stressful.
I know.
God, though, I wonder what I'll be doing this holiday. I don't want to travel, so I don't know what I'll be doing to keep myself busy.
Why don't we invite our fellow classmates for a group study?
That would be nice, but do you have anything you've been studying?
Yes, I've been studying various subjects, like economics. I've been studying it.
Okay.
I read about the definition of economics given by Adam Smith, and as well as the one given by Professor Lord Lionel C. Robbins. Like he defined economics as a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means. Now we also have a person like I called Adam Smith previously. He said that economics may be defined as an inquiry into the nature and cost of wealth of nation. He was interested in knowing why some nations were wealthy and why some were poor and lacking. That was his own area of concentration. We also have various like J.S. Mill's definition of economics, AC Pigot's definition, as well as Alfred Marshall. Those people gave different definition of economics. You know, economics is a social science. It's dealing with the study of human behavior. So I've been studying like that.
Okay, though I've been on biology, like I've been studying different modes of nutrition feeding on this thing. Like we have autotrophs.
Yes.
They, as we know from the name, they produce food by themselves.
Yes.
Then we have the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. These ones they depend on other organisms for food and hair. Those ones they are called heterotrophs. We have saprophytic modes of this, feeding another time. But I guess like making this more better, we'll have to call some of our friends to talk on other
Yes,
subjects
like-
so we can learn from each other.
Okay,
That would be
people like
better.
My God, Chibika.
I guess this is what we'll be doing this holiday. That's
That would be
okay.
very nice. At least to prepare us for our fast approaching examination.
In that case, I'll call them
Okay,
next
that
week
would
to
be
come
We'll
over.
try that next week.
Okay. Well, I want you guys to come over to my house today for a group reading. Are you guys free? Okay, I'm at home now. You guys can start coming. Bye. Hey,
Hi.
be my girl. Oh, how
What's up,
far?
man?
Fine. Welcome. You have seen it.
Fine, no.
Hi. You have seen it.
Fine.
Fine. Hey, smart heart. How are you? You guys can sit down.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thanks.
So, how are you guys?
Okay.
Okay, like how you guys study for your exams? Well, I'm trying my best because my dad promised to send me to a very good university if I'm to pass my whole year. What about you?
Same too. So I'll be going to Canada. Same too. I'm traveling to US to further my studies.
Well, that's nice.
Going to California.
Wow.
I'm going to Italy.
Wow.
And I promised to take me to Egypt.
Okay, nice.
In Canada.
Okay, so you guys are welcome to my house once again. You can come anytime for studying.
What of your dad?
Oh, he went to work, like he's not around now.
Your mom come.
Same here.
Your house is a nice place.
Wow, thank you. So once again, welcome to my house. I just called us so we can do sort of a group reading practice for like over here. Like you guys, I believe you are supposed to have like your best subjects or something like that.
Yes.
So we can practice on it. So who's going to teach first? Who's going to talk about the subject first?
Hi.
Okay.
I'd like to talk about biology.
Alright.
Biology is one of my best subjects.
Yeah, I'm trying my best in that side.
Biology. So I like to be talking on a topic called movement.
Okay.
As we all know, movement can be defined as the process by which organisms move from one place to another in search of food, shelter, and to reproduce. So we have organelles of movement. We have flagella. Flagella is like a whip-like projection on the cell surface. Example of organisms that possesses flagella are Climadomonas, Iguana, etc. We have cilia. Cilia is a hair-like projection on the cell surface. Example of organism that possesses cilia are Paramecium, etc. We move over to excretion. Excretion can be defined as we all know is a process by which living organisms get rid of waste matter. After excretion, I would like to talk about tactic and lactic movements. We have tactic movement. This is a process by which plants move all its part of the body from one place to another in response to external stimuli.
Wow.
Example of those tactic movements are hydrostatic, photostatic, thermostatic, and chemostatic. We have pneumatic movements. Pneumatic movements is defined as the ability of an organism to move one of its parts from one place to another in response to environmental factors. Examples are the closing of the sunflower leaves when the intensity of the sun is high. We have tropic movements. Tropic movements is another type of movement that an organism moves a part of its body in response to directional stimuli. We have thermotropic, hydrotropic, etc. I'd like to talk about reproduction. As we all know, reproduction can be defined as a process by which living organisms give birth to their young ones as of the same species. So we have type of reproduction. We have asexual reproduction. This is a process by which new individuals are produced from a single parent. We have sexual reproduction. This is a type of reproduction in which the fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. We have type of asexual reproduction. We have binary fusion. As we all know, binary fusion is mostly commonly seen in amoeba. Like a daughter cell splits into two, giving rise to a new organisms. We have budding. It's common with yeast. The organism experience an outgrowth which later develop into a new organism. We have sporulation. We have vegetative propagation. We all know vegetative propagation is the production of new plants from the vegetative organs of plants. So under that we have forms of vegetative propagation. We have use of underground leaves. Under vegetative propagation, we have artificial propagation, which have branches like budding, cutting. Cutting is like this cassava stem, how they used to propagate it. We have budding, we have cutting, we have grafting, and we have marcotting. Thanks.
Okay. Wow, that was nice. Yeah, you understood well. So, like, who is going to talk about his or her subject next? Okay.
One of the most important subjects to me based on the courses that I decided to take university is geography. And geography is my best subject ever. So according to what I've read so far in preparation for the WAEC, let me start with the description of geography. They say that geography is derived from two Greek words, geo meaning earth and graph meaning describe. This means that geography is defined as a description of the earth. Well, this definition is more than a mere description of the earth, but better explained as the study of people, their location, physical factors around the earth, such as mountains, valley, rock, soil, vegetation, etc. Well, geography is a social science, and it helps us to know other social science subjects like economics, agriculture, etc. I'll move over to major landform of the earth, which is we have the mountain, we have the plateau, we have the plain. Now, what is mountain? Mountain are elevated upland land surface which are formed due to external forces of intense action. Well, we have many types of forms of mountain. We have the fold mountain, we have the residual mountain, we have block mountain, etc. We also have the volcanic mountain. Now, the block mountain forms as a result of tensional forces, which causes cracks in between rocks, in which the rocks in between two blocks move upward, known as block mountain, while those rocks that subsided are known as Rift Valley. So while the block mountain are formed due to compressional forces, sorry, the fold mountain are formed due to compressional forces, which cause it to form upland surface called anticlines and downward surface called synclines. We have volcanic mountains. The volcanic mountains, they are formed when molten magma ejects from the surface, ejects from the vent into the earth's surface, which solidifies and forms a rock. Well, we also have the residual mountain. You see that the residual mountain are formed from pre-existing mountains, which are caused by agents of vegetation. So we move over to plateau. We say that plateau is an extensive land surface which slopes, which descends downward to its slopes. We have importance of plateau. We say that the importance of plateau. We say that it is good. It serves as barrier to climate. They say that why this disadvantage is that it is not good for agriculture. Why for that of the mountains? They say that it causes soil erosion and flooding too. Well, we move over to tourism. See that tourism is the process of traveling. Okay, tourism is the process of traveling for pleasure through services or obtaining information. Well, those people that always go for tourism are also known as tourists. Why the place of tourism is known as tourist centers? Well, we have major tourist centers in Nigeria here, such as the Meriseleso Secondary School. We also have the War Museum at Abia State. We also have the one of Ojolu in Cross River State at Olombi. Well, we move out to ecosystem. Meaning of ecosystem means economies, communication, economies, community of West African states. It is said that they were formed in the year 1975 in a treaty known as Lagos Treaty. So we have 16 countries that are engaged in ECOWAS. So their aims and purpose of ECOWAS is to ensure free movement of people within West Africans. They also formulated ECOWAS to ensure free movement of trade from one country to another. Yeah. They also formulated ECOWAS to ensure understanding of languages, so that each country can understand languages. So,
is that all?
Well, I also know other subjects,
Okay.
such as we have. I'm also good in economics. I'm also good in biology. So
That's good. That shows your really good study. So who would love to sing next? Actually,
I want to talk about geography because geography is one of my best subjects, as my friends say.
okay.
I study other subjects, but I choose geography to explain today. Before I proceed, I would like to explain geography. Geography is getting from two Greek words. Geo means earth, while graph means description. Joining the two together, you get the definition of geography. We also have the importance of geography. Geography helps us to understand other subjects. It helps us in choosing a professional career. Geography helps us in external and internal trade. Geography helps us to understand the physical features around us. Under geography, you have the topic which says the Earth and the other planets. And inside the topic, we have something we call the Earth, planet, and other planets. Also, they are the component of the other solar system. The solar system is composed of the sun and other known and unknown planets. The unknown planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune and Pluto. The mass, the mass, the mass is the closest to the sun. It has the highest temperature. The Mars complete its orbit around the sun, 8 days to complete its orbit around the sun, followed by Venus. Venus is the closest to the sun after Mercury. After Mercury, Venus is the closest to the sun. It takes Venus 225 days to complete its orbit around the sun. We get Earth. Earth is also a planet which Earth has the only satellite, which is the moon. It takes Earth 365 days to complete its orbit around the sun. We also have Mars. Mars has no satellite, but is said to have the capacity to support life. It takes Mars 687 days to complete its orbit around the sun. We also have Jupiter, which is said to be the biggest planet among the other planets. Jupiter completed its orbit around the sun 11.9 years to complete its orbit around the sun. We have Saturn, which is also big as Jupiter. It also takes 365 days to complete its orbit around the sun, followed by Saturn and Pluto. Thanks.
Okay. So, would you love to tell us about his own best subject?
Okay, that would be me.
Thank
I've been
you.
studying other subjects, but the one I'll be talking about today is mainly based on chemistry and physics. So, for me, I find chemistry and physics so interesting. I don't read it, I study it to understand it because there's a different thing to read and to study and also to understand. So, I have been studying chemistry and physics, mainly the laws in chemistry as well as in physics. First of all, I'd like to highlight you on the definition of chemistry as well as physics. Chemistry is defined as a science subject which deals with the study of matter, its composition, property, and changes it undergoes. It also deals with the study of the material substances which occurs in the earth and in the universe. Like also physics is also defined as a subject as a pure science, as a branch of science which deals with the study of matter and its physical behavior with energy, motion. Now, I would like to move to my main area of concentration, which are the laws. Firstly, I'll be talking about the laws in chemistry. We have the Avogadro's law. This law states that at equal volume of all gases at the same temperature and pressure contains the same number of molecules. We also know certain laws which is also found in physics and in chemistry. That is the Charles law, the Boyle's law, as well as the pressure law. The Charles law, it states that the volume of a given mass of gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature at constant pressure. And Boyle's law, it states that the volume of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure at constant temperature. We also have a law that is called Newton's law. Newton stated a law for motion, and he also stated a law for gravitational force. First, I'll be talking about Newton's law of motion. Newton's law of motion, first law of motion, it states that a body will continue in its present state of rest or uniform motion in a straight line unless it is acted upon by an external force. While the second law states that the rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to its applied force, all taken in the direction in which the force acts. While the third law, Newton's third law, states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. This law is found in physics, not chemistry. We also have another law. We'll take another law from chemistry, which we call the Faraday's law. Faraday stated his first law. Faraday's first law states that. Okay, let's talk about the second law first. The second law states that when the same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolytes, the relative number of mole of the element deposited is inversely proportional to the charge on the ions of the elements. Now, while his first law states that the the mass m of a substance liberated during electrolysis is directly proportional to its is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity flowing through the electrolyte. Now we move over to another law, which is this law I just stated, this Faraday's law. It's found in both chemistry and physics. Now another law is the law of this version, parallelogram's law of vector. Parallelogram's law of vector, it states that if two bodies are represented in magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, this can be represented in magnitude and direction by the concurrent of the parallelogram or by the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from a common point. We also have a law which is called the law of definite proportion. This law states that when two or more elements combine to form a compound, they do so in the same proportion by weight. We also have the law which is called the Kepler's law. It stated three laws. I will talk about the first law. The first law states that the planet describes the earth cliff of the sun at one focus. That is Kepler's first law. We will move over to another law which is called collision theory. This one is found in chemistry. It states that for a chemical reaction to occur, the reacting particles must collide with one another, and the colliding particles must possess a minimum amount of energy called the activation energy. First, I would like to define what activation energy is. An activation energy is the energy barrier that must be overcome for a chemical reaction to occur. Why we also have it's far different from what we also call activated complex. This one is defined as the high energy content for a reaction. I would like to talk about the law of reflection and that of refraction. The law of reflection, it states that the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lies at the same plane. This law is in two places. It also has another one which states that the angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection. Now, the law of refraction, it states that the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lies at the same plane. We also have another law for this law of refraction as well. It also states that it is the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence to the ratio of the sine of angle of refraction is the constant for a given medium, where you have something like S1 divided by XR, which that XI is the incident ray, while the XR stands for the refracted ray, equals to N. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow,
That's
interesting.
interesting. Very interesting.
I love that. Okay, can we hear from Joshua?
Okay, as you all know, I'm studying all other subjects, but the one that I put more interest on is Igbo language, because all the time in the class you always see me with Igbo novels, literature and all these things. But I put more interest in it because of the language and how it is being stated there. So now let me go over to it. In Igbo language, you know that anything about Igbo language will be shifted from English to Igbo. So now let me go with the language. So atụmatụ okwu dịka a na-akpọ ya na bekee figures of speech bụ ihe ụdị ọbụla na-etinye n'edemede ọbụla maọbụ n'agụmagụ ọbụla maọbụ n'ekwumekwu ọbụla iji mee ka okwu ahụ dị ụtọ na ntị ma nwee nghọta zuru oke. E nwere atụmatụ okwu dị iche iche maka na agụwa ya ebe a anyị ga-ehi ebe a. mana nke m ga-agụpụta sọsọ bụ sọsọ ise. Nke mbụ nke a na-akpọ nyiri. Nyiri dịka esi mara ya na bekee bụ simile. Ụnụ ma ihe bụ simile na bekee. Na Igbo, nyiri bụ ihe maọbụ atụmatụ okwu nke na-eji ihe atụnyere nke ọzọ, maọbụ ihe ahụ ọ na-atụnyere na-akpa agwa dịka ihe ahụ o chere na ọ bụ, na ihe ahụ o chere na ọ bụ. Ọmụmaatụ ya bụ nkịta dị ka agụ. Ihe ọ na-akọwa ebe ahụ bụ na gịnị? Nkịta ahụ na-akpa ike. Nke ọzọ bụ ada dị ka nne ya. Ya bụ na ada na-akpa agwa ka nne ya, maọbụ ọ na-eme emume dị ka nne ya. Ya bụ na ịhụ ada, ị ga-amata na ọ bụ onye a mụrụ ada. Ka m gazie na nke ọzọ na atụmatụ okwu ahụ bụ nke a na-akpọ mbụrụ. Mbụrụ bụ atụmatụ okwu nke na-ekwu ihe siriri werere, ọ naghị eji ihe na-atụnyere ya. Ọmụmaatụ ya bụ Chinedu bụ ewu. Ihe ọ na-akọwa ebe ahụ bụ na Chinedu bụ onye nzuzu, ọ maghị ihe, o jighị ihe tụnyere ya, maọbụ isi Chinedu na-eme ka ewu. Ịghọta? Ọ na-ekwu na ihe a bụ ihe ọ na-ekwu gbasara ya. Ọzọ na atụmatụ okwu a bụ nke a na-akpọ akpaala okwu, nke ama dịka idioms na bekee. Akpaala okwu dịka idioms na bekee bụ okwu nke ihe ọ na-ekwupụta awụghị na, that is, akpaala okwu bụ okwu nke bụ ihe ahụ o kwuru n'ọnụ abụghị ihe i chere n'obi. Ya dịka ihe ahụ o chere n'ọnụ abụghị ihe ọ pụtara. Ya dịka ya sị na mmiri ga-ezo ọfụma taa, maọbụ nke ọzọ, maọbụ ya sị, maọbụ ka m gafee na atụmatụ okwu nke ọzọ. Nke ọzọ m kacha tinye anya na ya bụ nke a na-akpọ ilu. Ilu bụ dịka Maazị FC Ọgbado si kọwaa ya, bụ mkpụrụ okwu maọbụ nnu na mmanụ ndị Igbo ji eri okwu. Tupu m akọwacha ihe ilu bụ, m ga-achọ ịkọwa ihe nnu na mmanụ bụ na ihe ọ na-arụ. Nnu bụ ihe na-eme ka nri dị ụtọ, dịka ị maara na ma ga-etighị nnu na nri, o nweghị ihe ga-eme nri ahụ adị ụtọ. Ọ dịkwa na mmanụ. Mmanụkwa bụ ihe na-enyere nnu aka ka nri ahụ dịkwa ụtọ, ma nwee ka ihu nri ahụ dị mma. Ya bụ na isie nri ma ga-etighị ya mmanụ, ihu ya ga-adịcha mma na ile anya, maka na isie nri ga-etighị ya mmanụ, gị nye onye ọbịa ga-anabata ya, maka na ọ ga-asị na ị maghị ihe ị na-esi. Ya bụ ihe mere na Maazị FC Ọgbado ji kọwaa na ilu bụ mkpụrụ okwu maọbụ nnu na mmanụ ndị Igbo ji eri okwu. Ka m wụbatazie n'ilu ahụ m na-akọwa. Na ilu ahụ, enwe otu esi akọwa ilu. Ilu nwere ọdịda abụọ, ya bụ otu esi kewaa ya. Ilu nkewa ya bụ ihe ọ na-ekwupụta maka ya. Nke abụọ ya bụ ihe ahụ ọ na-ekwupụta maka ya, ya bụ ihe mpụtara maka ihe ahụ ọ na-ekwu, ihe mmadụ ga-eme na ihe onye ahụ mere ga-apụta. Ya wụ dịka ka m sị, aka aja aja na-ebute ọnụ mmanụ. Aka aja aja ahụ bụ mmadụ ịrụsi ọrụ ike na ọga. Aka aja aja bụ ịrụsi ọrụ ike. Ya bụ na onye rụsi ọrụ ike, agaghị m ọnụ mmanụ ahụ bụ ihe nweta. Ya bụ na onye ahụ rụsiri ọrụ ike ga-enweta, ọ ga-emepụta ihe bara uru. Ya bụ ọnụ mmanụ. Nke ọzọ bụ nwata kwọzie aka, ọ soro ọgaranya rie nri. Nke mbụ na nkewa ilu ahụ bụ na nwata kwọzie aka, ya bụ ịkwọmọcha aka ọfụma na ọta. Enweghị ihe mere na iriwe ihe gị ghara ịkwọ aka na ọta. Ihe m na-akọ, enweghị ihe mere na irie nri gị ghara ịkwọ aka. Ya sịkwanụ na nwata kwọzie aka, ya soro ọgaranya rie nri. Ya bụ na ịkwọ aka gị inwe ike irizie nri. Ka m wụbatazie n'ilu, a na-ejikarị ihe ọtụtụ atụ ilu. A na-eji akụkụ ahụ dị iche iche akọwa ilu. Nke mbụ bụ afọ. A na-eji afọ akọwa ilu. A na-eji anya akọwa ilu. A na-eji ụkwụ akọwa ilu mana m ga-eji ụkwụ kọwaa ilu. Nke eji ụkwụ kọwaa ilu bụ asị na ụkwụ ọma. Okay, nke eji ụkwụ kọwaa bụ asị na ụkwụ ọma enwetụrụ ndị esi kọwaa ya mana ha na-akọwa bụ na onye ụkwụ ọma ya bụ onye nwere ụkwụ ọma, ịghọtara, onye nwere ụkwụ ọma na-enweta ihe dị mma. Ọzọ bụ na ụzọ dị mma aga ya ugboro asaa. Ihe ọ na-akọwa bụ na ihe dị mma dị mma na ihe dị mma ị ga na-achọ inweta ihe ahụ. Ya bụ ihe m nwere ike ikwu n'Igbo.
Ịgbalịala.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, Chidi, can you tell us where you studying?
I want to speak about English language. I love English language because I understand it more. I usually study other subjects, but I focus on English more. First, what is English language? This is a universal language which is used almost around all the whole places in the world. Let me go to the topics on English language. Firstly, let's speak about letter writing. What is letter writing? This is an aspect of language which we use to express ourselves, which simply means is a medium way of communication between two or more persons. Features of letter writing: we have the address, the date, the salutation, the body of the letter, and the conclusion. First, what is the address? The address is written at the top right corner. If it is an informal letter, we write only one address. But if it is a formal letter, we write two addresses, which is your address and the address of the recipient who is receiving it. Two, what is a date? A date. This is to show the day you wrote that letter to that person. A date should be a very prominent way. E.g., you should write it as today is 13th of March. You should put 13 March, comma, then 2024. Let's go to salutation. This is another way of addressing your recipient. E.g., dear sir, dear Paul, dear Nehemiah, etc. The body of the letter. This is where all your points comes in. This is where you are saying the main reason of you writing that letter to that person. Let's go to the conclusion. In the conclusion, we must have a conclusion in all letter we are writing. This is to ask the person, well, if you have understand what you mean. Then let's go to idioms. Idioms are words which the meaning are different from their individual word. For example, the soldier backs is more dangerous than his spies, which means he yells but does not react. Betty is the apple of her father's eyes, which means she's very precious to her father. Let's go to another subject, which is antonyms and synonyms. First, what is antonym? Antonyms are words which are usually opposites in meaning. For example, wise, foolish, etc. What are synonyms? Synonyms are words which are usually different in spelling but their meaning are one. For example, yearly, annually, scare, frightened, etc. Thank you.
That's nice.
Okay. My best subject is chemistry. I love chemistry, but like as my friend does. Okay, I'll start by telling us the meaning of chemistry, my own understanding. Chemistry is a pure science that deals with the principles governing the changes that matters undergoes. Then, as a science student, I believe we are meant to know the first 20 elements, which are the hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, and sulfur. These are the easiest things in chemistry. Don't get me wrong, chemistry is not a hard subject. If you read chemistry well, you're going to understand it well. So I'll go back to atoms. Atoms is from a Greek word which means something that cannot be separated. And then we have many atomic theories, but Dalton's theory is the mainly preferred because Dalton's theory is the one that speaks more on the meaning of atoms. Okay, I'll state the Dalton's theory. Dalton's theory states that atoms, all elements are made up of small invisible particles that are called the atoms. Then Atoms can neither be created nor destroyed. This is where it goes in line with the meaning of atoms. Then, atoms of an element are alike in all aspects and different from atoms of other elements. Then, when we combine atoms in small ratios together, they form a compound. And then also, atoms, like chemical reactions, as a result of combination or separation of atoms. Okay, like I'll go back to electrolysis. I believe electrolysis is not a new thing for us as science students. Okay, so electrolysis is the process by which electric current is passed through a substance to effect a chemical change. There are three processes involved in electrolysis, which is electroredefining, electrosynthesis, and the chloroalkali method. Okay, we have electrolytes and non-electrolytes. From the name and the meaning of electrolysis, electrolytes are substances that allows the passage of electric current, while non-electrolytes don't do that. Then I'll talk about hydrocarbons. From the name hydrocarbons, there is hydrogen there and carbon there. So hydrocarbon simply means compound of hydrogen and carbon. Then other hydrocarbons, we have crude oil. Crude oil is a dark viscous liquid from underground deposits in countries like Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, etc. But mostly around the world, that's why for us Nigeria are the best in such like, because other countries, their own crude oil has sulfur in it. Our own is the more preferred, like that is pure. Not like we don't have, but our own is like on a lower rate compared to other countries. Okay, there are other derivatives from crude oil. You have petroleum, kerosene, diesel, gasoline, paraffin, wax. Then there are two types of hydrocarbons. We have the aliphatic and the aromatic hydrocarbons. Aliphatic are usually cyclic or acyclic. We have like examples of aliphatic. We have methane, because methane, like from the structure during it, is just straight. It can sometimes it can be cyclic, sometimes it can be acyclic. Then we have aromatic. They're usually cyclic. They cannot go acyclic. We have cyclopropane, and we have cyclopropane under it and benzene. Okay, I would like to talk on nuclear chemistry. Nuclear chemistry deals with nuclei of elements. Then we have radioactivity. Radioactivity is the emission of radiation by radioactive elements. We have like alpha types of it. We have alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation. Like these were our stuff for today. Maybe some other time we can talk more on them. So I've heard from you guys, or yeah, like I believe I've had a great day today. I hope everybody enjoyed their day. Okay, let me get something for you. Okay, guys, let me get you guys something to eat.
That's right. Before I forget, I thought Chipke was with us, right?
Yes,
It's like he went to the restroom.
Okay.
Okay, sorry guys, our cook is not done cooking, so when she's done, she'll let me know.
okay, we can wait for her.
So while waiting for her, how about you tell us a story?
Okay. Concerning what Smarta asked a question. She asked them, what was that your question? Okay, Ranti next week in a phone. Okay. Now let me use a story to verify your doubts. Akụkọ nwanyị na nwa ya. Enwere nwanyị ọ na nwa ya, ha gara ọrụ. Mgbe ha gara ọrụ ha gara dị anyị, mana mgbe n'oge mbụ ebe a na-aga ọrụ abụghị n'ebe dị nso. Ebe ọrụ ha na-adịkarị ọtị. Ọ ga-efu ha ọtụtụ awa tupu ha garuo ebe ha na-aga. Mgbe ha garuru n'ọrụ ahụ, ha rụgide ọrụ ya na nwa ya so ga ha rụgide ọrụ. Mgbe anyanwụ dajụrụ, maka na ịma na anyanwụ da ọchị ojiji bụ ihe na-achị ịbịa. Mgbe anyanwụ dara, ya gwa nwa ya, nna ka anyị lawa. Mana mgbe nwa a na-arụ ọrụ, enwere eju o nwetara mgbe ọ nọ na-arụ ọrụ. O werekwa na eju ahụ dosie enwe ukwu osisi nọ n'ọrụ ha. Ukwu osisi ahụ buru ibu. O dosara eju ahụ n'osisi ahụ. Mgbe ha lawaziri, o cheteghị iwere eju ahụ laa. Mgbe ha laruo n'ụlọ ka ọ nọ chetezi eju ahụ, ya etinye, nne ewo echefuru m eju ahụ m nwetara. na eju ahụ ebu m n'obi na m ga-eji ya sie ihe taa. Ya gwa nne ya sị nna ọkwa ịma na chi ejiwere na anyị gaa ọrụ mbọsị ọzọ ewere ya. Ya sị m nne mba na eju ahụ m hapụ ebe ahụ ma m ewere ya taa na eju ahụ ga-efu na o nwere ike ọ ga-ewetakwa eju ahụ ọzọ. Tupu nne ya na-amara na ihe emeelanụ, ya agbara ọsọ gawa n'ọrụ na mana chi ejuwekwalanụ mgbe ahụ mana oge a na-eche mmadụ chi ejuwele ya gbara ọsọ gado. Mgbe ọ gaduru n'ọhịa ahụ gado n'osisi ahụ hụ eju ahụ, mgbe o werele eju ahụ ka ọ lawa ofu ndị mmụọ maka na ebe ahụ ha ekwụsị na ndị mmadụ anọkwala ebe ahụ chi jie maka na ọ na-awụ n'oge abalị ka ndị mmụọ ji na-apụta. Ha na-anọkarị ndị mmụọ na-anọkarị n'ọrụ ma chi jie mmadụ ọbụla nọ n'ọrụ chi jie mmụọ ọbụla pụtara ebe ahụ ọ ga-eri onye ahụ. Onye ọbụla gara n'ọrụ ma chi jie ọ gaghị alọtakwa ọzọ. Nwe onye ọbụla gara n'ọrụ n'abalị na-eji alọta. Mgbe onye ahụ werela eju ahụ ka ọ pụọ, mmụọ ahụ apụta buru ya banye n'osisi ahụ maka na osisi ahụ dị ka ebe obibi ebe ndị mmụọ ahụ na-ebi. Mgbe nne ya chegidere ya chegide ya ọhụghị nwe ya ekweghị ịlụ alọ chi na ha ejiwekwa ya chegide ya agwa maka na nwaanyị a mụrụ ụmụ atọ. Ya gwa nwa ya na ọ nwekwana ụmụ nwoke atọ sọsọ ka ọ mụrụ. Ya gwa nwa ya nwoke nke ọzọ maka na mgbe ọ nọ na-echi ya nwa ya nwoke gara ọrụ kemgbe ọtụtụ alọtakwa na ọ gara onye ọzọ ọrụ lọta. Ya gwa ya nna ka m gaa ebe dị otu ka m gaa n'ọrụ na nwanne unu nwoke gara iwere ji ọ lọtabeghịkwa ama mụ ihe eji ya nụ. Mgbe ọ garuru n'ọrụ chọọ ime ọrụ ahụ ọhụghị nwa ya nwoke, ya gawazie n'osisi ahụ gaa chọọ eju ahụ ọhụghị ya. Tie ihe ke nna ahụ gị nwa m nna ahụ gị eju. Otu ihe agbata ya n'obi na o nwere ike ọwụ na ndị mmụọ ekwule nwa ya ya echewa egwu ọ ga-agụrụ ndị mmụọ maka na ọwụ egwu ka ndị mmụọ ihe ọbụla mmadụ nwere ndị mmụọ chọrọ igbu mmadụ ma ime ya ego ọrụ ya egwu masịrị ya ọ gaghị eme ihe ahụ kama ọ ga-ahapụ onye ahụ ka ọ lawa. Mana mgbe ọ chere egwu ọ ga-agụ ya ebido uwe egwu ngụọ ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara iwere ji ya ọ na-etinye nda ịghọta ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara iwere ji ya nda ka m kwuru. Ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara iwere ji ya ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara iwere ji ya nwaanyị agụgide ya. Mgbe ọ gụgidere ya ofu mmụọ ọzọ wụ nke akpọrọla nwa ya apụta jiri ya banyekwa n'osisi ahụ. Nwa ya nwoke nke ahụ gara ọrụ lọta kemgbe ọtụtụ ribeghị ihe maka na nne ya gwara ha na ha emetụkwala nri ya aka ka ọ ga-akpọta nwanne ha nwoke ka ha tikọ ha ka rie nri ahụ. Ya chegide ya sị ka nne ya na-alọtabeghị ọchọ ka ọ nwụọ n'agụrụ ka agụrụ gbugbuo ya na agụrụ aghọrọla ya mkpụrụ anya. Ya were iwe sị na agadu n'ọrụ ọ ga-ebu ụzọ bara mme ya ezigbo mba ma akpachaghị anya o nwere ike ịgba mme ya aka ntị ma ọ garuo ebe ahụ tupu ọ kpọrọ ya lọtawa. Ya were iwe gawa ọrụ ahụ mme ya gwara ya. Mgbe ọ garuru n'ọrụ ya chọọ nne ya ọhụghị chọọ nwanne ya ọhụghị. Ya echeta na nne ya gwara ha na ọwa ejubu ihe mere nwanne ha nwoke ji gawa n'ọrụ. Ya ga-anụ ukwu osisi ahụ ọhụghị eju ahụ ọhụghị nne ọhụghị nwanne ya. Ya echeta na o nwere ike ndị mmụọ akpọrọkwuola nne ha. Mgbe o chetara na ndị mmụọ nwere ike ọ bụ ndị kpọrọ nne ya mata n'ọkwa na egwu ka a ga-agụrụ ndị mmụọ tupu ọ atọwapụ ha. Ya bido gụwakwa ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara iwere ju ya ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara iwere ju ya. Ọ gụgidere egwu a ofu ndị mmụọ ọzọ apụta ọwụ nke mkpọrọla nne ya maọbụ nke kpọrọ nwanne ya ọzọ apụta kpọrọ ya banye n'osisi ahụ. Di nwaanyị a maka na ọ bụ onye ọ na-agba ụgbọala ọ gachala ọrụ lọta ọ ọhụghị nwunye ya ọhụghị ụmụ ya abụọ ya jụọ nke obere si ya nna nne unu na ụmụnne gị ndị ka ọzọ gwa ya sị na nne ha gara ịkpọta nwanne ya nwoke chefuru eju ya n'ọrụ. Mgbe ọ gwachara ya ya jụọ ya ele ọrụ nke ọ maka na ha nwere ọrụ dị iche iche ya jụọ ya ele ọrụ nke ọ ya gwa ya ọrụ ebe ọ gwakwana ya na ọ wee jụ ihe mere nwanne ha nwoke ji gaa ebe ahụ ya gawa. Mgbe ọ garuru n'ọrụ ahụ ya chọọ nwunye ya ọhụghị chọọ nwa ya nke ọzọ ọhụghị chọọ nke gara ịtụ eju ọhụghị ya gazie n'ukwu osisi ahụ chọọ eju ọwụ asị edowere ebe ahụ ọhụghị eju. Echete na o nwere ike na ha awa oge ndị mmụọ ji na-apụta ya echete na ọwa egwu ka a ga-agụkwara ndị mmụọ ka e nwee ike tọhapụ ha ya ebidokwa gụwa ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara ịkpọrọ nne ya ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa m bịara ịkpọrọ nne ya ọ gụgidela egwu agụgide egwu a ofu ndị mmụọ ọzọ dị iche apụta kpọrọ di nwaanyị ahụ banye n'osisi ahụ. Mgbe ọ kpọrọ ya banye n'osisi ahụ nke obere echegidela nne ya chegide ụmụnne ya abụọ iwe wee ya si nye nke ọgịnị na ọ bụkwanụ na nwata etoghị eto wara ọgọdọ wụchie ya anya ya banye n'ime ụlọ were mma mmiri egbe mmiri ụta o ji agbagbu nnụnụ gawa n'ọhịa ha si na ya bụrụ na mmadụ na mmụọ ji nwunye ya na nne ya na ọ ga-amara ihe ọ bụta ya were iwe baa n'ọhịa ahụ. Ọ gara ebe ahụ chọọ nne ya ọhụghị chọọ ụmụnne ya abụọ ọhụghị ya were iwe ahụ agụwa ndị mmụọ bikonu nwa dadi m bịara ịkpọrọ ụmụnne m ndị mmụọ bikonu dadi m bịara ịkpọrọ ụmụnne m ofu ndị mmụọ bụ isi 7 apụta kpọrọ ya banye n'osisi ahụ makwadị na nwa ji egbe bụ mma egbe ahụ kwana obu na mma obu enwere ọfọ nọ ya n'akụkụ enwere ọfọ ekere na mma ahụ na egbe ahụ. Mgbe ọ banyere ebe ahụ osisi ahụ ịma na osisi ahụ nọ n'etiti ndị mmadụ na ndị mmụọ enwekwara na mmụọ nọchiri na osisi ahụ eji apụ maka na mmụọ ahụ egbu ha na mmụọ ahụ ga-anwụ mana mmụọ ya esoro ndị mmụọ gawa ọ ya wakwa nọchiri mmadụ ịpụta n'osisi ahụ. Mgbe nwa ahụ werela mma maka na ọfọ dị ya ewere mma ahụ gbuo mmụọ ahụ nọchiri ụzọ esi apụta n'osisi ahụ. Mgbe nwa ahụ nwụrụ ụmụnne ya na nne ya na nna ya ha pụta ya afọ onye nke ahụ gara iwere eju onye nke ahụ nne ya gwara ya si agakwara gara iwere eju maka na ndị mmụọ ebulu ụzọ riwe ya eriwe. Ndị nke ọzọ apụta ha ebewe akwa si ya ewo nne ya si ọkwe hụrụ ha m na-ekwu agwakwara na nwa m si ya gakwara ọkpụgbu na ọnwa na ndị mmụọ ejili ya mee nri abalị ha bewe akwa na-alaji ya tụgharịa gwa ụmụ ya si ọkwe nụrụ ihe m na-agwa unu na ụkpara ntị ike na-ezu ike n'afọ nnụnụ ọ bụkwa na agwa ntị ma ọnụ gị mgbe a ga-egburu isi na ọ ga-eso isi ala. Ịghọtara iluru ahụ nna gị na-atụrụ gị ghọtara ugbu a. So elee ihe ụnụ mụtara ekwesịrị inwe ihe ụnụ mụtara na ihe a m kọrọ ugbu a kwesịrị inwe ihe ụnụ mụtara lee ihe ụnụ mụtara.
I don't understand anything.
That means what I've been saying here since is just parable. I mean what?
Yes. It's not more I will understand something.
It's not more.
For me, the story was fantastic. What I understood is you should always adhere or listen to what your elders and parents as well as teachers are telling you.
Okay, that's a good lesson.
Okay, I learned that it's not good to be disobedient, especially to your elders.
Okay. That means your parents may be saying that you're stubborn.
Yes.
Disobedient.
It's showing in her face.
Yes, it's true. It's showing in your face because there's no how your parents will be telling you this type of proverb that you are not stubborn. If you are stubborn, they will always be telling you this. And if you don't change, the more you are doing it, the more proverb are packing for you.
Yes.
It must be something you are doing that is making your parents use those programs.
Maybe she don't used to fetch water. She don't used to.
Yes.
When they cook finish, you will now wake up and
It's
come
not
and
because I asked the question. I just want to know.
You know what? I'm just insinuating now. You know that if this frog as a awo biari enyo, awo biaro ọrụ ya so onwe gị kwuo onwe gị aka. Awọ bịa sefuru onwe gị kwuo onwe gị aka. Ngwa awọ bịa zaa echi onwe m kwe onwe m aka. Emechara ihe ndị a shie nri papụta. Asị ngwa awọ bịa rie nri ya sị nwụrụ ụgwọ nwụrụ aka. So ọkwa ihe arụrụ ala ahụ kwa.
Okay. Who has other things to tell us with?
Like, guys, the economy of Nigeria is choking everybody to their neck. Like, my father gave me 100k to go to the market for shopping. So as I went there, and I found out that the money I owe is not enough to buy even 3 polo or trouser. I was like, what? What is this country turning into? I don't understand.
That's Nigeria for you.
You're talking about
Nigeria for
clothes.
you now.
You're talking about clothes. Have you talked about pure water? One sachet of a pure water is now sold for 15 naira.
No. I don't know.
No.
It's just that we have bad governance. Yes.
Bad governance.
The government are not trying to do anything about it.
Nigeria is rich, yes. We have natural resources, we have gold, we have silver, but it depends on those managing those resources. We are rich, but those managing those resources are very evil. They don't want to help the masses.
There's nothing like very evil.
It's not their
If you're to be in such position, even without you wanting to do it, your family members will tell you.
No.
When this guy
Most of them,
build this,
It's a lie. There are some that are determined to help others. Like, take for instance, Alex Oti at Abia State. He's a governor, but he makes sure his people have a comfortable life.
But do you know
So
that
fix road, even worst part,
he has many
electricity is 247. You know what that means now?
I know.
Your phone won't die again.
You know.
Steady pressing of phone.
That's what you want.
See, I'm not trying to contest, but if I want to contest for president,
But do you know that?
I think I will enjoy it.
What about P2B that contested?
Okay, what
Why
about
did
They
people
even
that
want to
contested?
never allow so
Did they allow
So,
him?
They no allow
Did he
him.
come out?
It's not come out.
Eh.
Maybe it's for his own time.
It's for his
But
own
if
time.
Alex Oti come out now, people will vote for him.
If you
They are seeing his impact. They are seeing his impact
Didn't they
now.
vote for P2B?
They vote for him, but
Then why?
one way or the
But
other.
yes,
if P2B didn't make it, how sure you that Alex will make
I'm
it?
sure Alex
I'm
Oti
sure.
will make it.
I'm
Yes,
sure.
Alex Oti will make it. Even though I'm not 100% sure.
Me, I'm not going to wait for Nigeria
78.
to, become a good or a me, I'm going to travel
Flying
to
out.
this
Can I fly out?
go to Canada.
Yeah,
But then, you guys understand something here.
Remember,
Right?
remember.
That you can stay in your country and be successful.
No.
You cannot go to
I'm
white
not going to
person country and become their slave. Sure you know.
What?
Yes, you can still be in your country and be
You
successful.
are not going to
become
become in your
slave
country
there.
with everything, yeah.
Yes.
No, you can stay and be successful.
A slave
Why?
outside even enjoys more rights than
Yes,
what you.
yes.
It's a lie.
You see, let me tell you,
Because I'm a visitor here.
See, you can eat in your house, but if you go to another person, you cannot eat compared to what you eat in your house.
So
Yes, there's no place like home.
There's no place like
You
home.
eat in your
Yes.
house when you have to eat.
yes.
But you can still go to that person's house and you don't have nothing to offer you.
Why
What
would
will
you be
do?
going to someone's house that you know that you're better than the person?
That's
What
another
will you do
country
there?
for your
Another
instance
country.
now.
That's another
We
We are
can
not
still
better
we
than-
are not better than
to a
them.
country,
We can
you
still
go to
develop
country.
Nigeria.
Before you
For now.
develop it, if
Yes,
that she
you can
said
for now
if
that
she
you
wants to
develop
go to a
Nigeria.
country, she should go to a country that is
Okay,
like,
if you
that
want
is
to
more than
develop
Nigeria, not
how
countries
will you
like Chad.
develop it when you are not in that seat? How will you develop?
See,
How will you
Wait,
develop?
let me ask you, if you get a
We'll
chance
start
to go
from
to
here.
Canada, won't you go?
I will go.
You will go.
So when
See,
you
there is a possibility I would go because one, I don't know anybody at Canada.
Yes,
Will I be
things are
going
very
there to
difficult
what?
there.
And things are very difficult. And money to go there
Because
is a
if you don't know
problem.
anybody,
Hey, you will go and be sleeping
how
on
will
the
you
streets.
survive?
Okay, very soon you said your daddy gave you 100,000. Very soon they will give you money and you will be asking what type of thing is this? You don't.
By then I
They will
don't
give
see
you
by
they will give you money and you
then.
ask what are you even giving me? Is this in paper or what? Because that 100,000 self won't even buy you even a cube of Maggi.
That's why
The
you
money-
guys
the
should
value
pray
of
for a
money-
better Nigeria. You guys should pray. Let God bring our helper. Even if it's
I'm
me,
a helper.
yes, maybe it's Rejoice, our first president in Nigeria. It can be you. So don't be like
I say
you
me
go
that-
there,
that-
you won't help us.
I say
You won't
even help the masses. So
I
keep
say
positive.
me.
No, you are not fit. No.
What do you mean that?
What do you mean by
No, you are not fit. No. If you go there, you stop. You
stubborn
stop
person.
it
It's
true.
in them.
Stubborn person. I'm not.
warehouse?
No, she likes to say
The warehouse
that's
is
the
the
reason
bank.
account.
And
Maybe
you
your
use
first
our natural
generation.
resources as your
Leave it
your
for
bank
them.
account now.
But it's not easy.
You guys should try me. Try me.
You should
No.
try
It's
it.
changing in Nigeria.
If you start now, my dear, work towards it.
Yeah,
You
like
work
everything
towards
now
it.
is teaching us that they're going to like. It's teaching us to do that. Like the way was like people are suffering now. It's teaching us something because when you grow up and you have the opportunity to be in the show, you remember that. Look at when this was happening. Then it's not give you the mind to say, I want things to be better.
Yeah.
So it's not about us saying those people. They also work on yourself. So when you get to that point, you do better than them. So that's-
But do you know that if wishes has to be us,
Beggars for right.
I'll tell you.
Yes.
But let me tell you the gospel truth. You see this word now. You say Nigeria will be this. Nigeria, just mark this word I'm saying today. Nigeria will never come back to that 19.
Nigeria will come back.
It
will
cannot.
if they are put
Together.
work together. It depends on them
It's
to
true.
manage
It
it
cannot.
accurately.
What you will say is
the
that
right person
don't
that rule
things be
Nigeria
as used to
have
be,
not
but
come.
like
Just be praying for
but it can never
those
go
that will
back
come
to
and
what
rule
it
with
was.
good hands.
You don't understand what I mean.
You don't
What
it
I'm
cannot.
saying is
It will be better.
that what I'm saying is that remember that in the book of Revelation it says that on the last days many bad things will happen.
Yeah.
And remember we are on the last days.
Who told you about the last
Well,
days?
the last days. Okay. Now,
Even with
now,
God from Zion.
I know.
Even if it's hard, God children will be rejoicing because God will
They will
feed
be
them.
rejoicing.
Even if God
Because
say the young
they are
lion
rejoicing
can
of
lack
their
for
hope.
food, but
They
his
are
children
rejoicing
can
of their
never
hope.
lack.
Their
So I'm
children
telling you,
can never
if
lack.
God brings
Yes.
somebody from the church, somebody is God, that is God's thing, Nigeria will change for the better.
Look,
you know our
it will
problem.
change, but it can never go back to the
It
way it was.
can't-
What you
it
will say
can't
is
go
you'll be
back.
comfortable with the way it is, but it
Yes.
can never go back
Even
to
if
how
the
it
government
was.
that came back, that there will be a time that a bag of rice will be sold for 10,000 naira. But if you believe it will work.
A bag of rice was less than 10.
Forget about
time will come
talk
when the
about
bag of
reality.
rice.
Talk about reality.
A reality
please.
can
Don't talk
happen.
about
Just if you
reality
believe
now.
it will work.
For now, a bag of rice will not go back to 10,000. But what you
Never.
say,
You know,
people will
never.
not have the opportunity and be free to
You know,
buy it, even if it's 100,000, they'll have the resources to buy, but it can
But
never go
it
back.
can-
But you know,
It can't.
in any country, there must be poor people.
Yes.
Sure, you know.
Yes.
Everybody cannot be.
But you are saying that Nigeria will be great, will be this, will be this. See, let me tell you something. In Nigeria, it is easy for something to rise.
And
Like
it
the
never-
price to rise. But for it to come down is hard. Now,
It can never go
compare
back.
it in other countries. If a price of a commodity is high, there are price control agencies over there.
Yes.
Now, do you know that? Have you asked yourself whether Nigeria has a price control agency?
No.
Have you asked yourself?
No, what you want to do?
Now, how come?
People are the one increasing
do
in Nigeria. People are the one increasing things. People
it's
are the one
people-
increasing.
No, it's not their fault.
Because
Because of
it's not
production is
their
high.
fault
Because of
the
production is high.
So, my God,
That's
but
why
what
I
he's
say,
saying makes a sense. If they have such agencies in Nigeria, it would have been better.
It should have been better
That's what I'm
because
saying
once
now.
they set the fixed price on a particular commodity, it will be sold for that particular price.
Okay,
You know.
you are talking about it will come down. Now let me tell you something. You see all these flashy cars that we rush to buy, that we we want to buy them. You know, these cars you see in these what will I call it? These ones you call new cars. These are contraband goods from outside countries. They are dumped goods. But if you see them, they'll just wash them, paint them, and bring it
come and sell it
there.
to
And
you.
now
But it's only for us
now-
Nigerians to bring our own goods.
Now-
Why can't
There are people that produce cars like innocent
people don't use
but people don't patronize it. That's the
Because
always do
because
things from
you cannot buy innocent reason and now
That's
see your friend buying flashy cars.
we buy like the ones here our own. If those people that produce it to produce it with the quality of the ones outside and us here we buy from them, it will be better for us than us trying to like always want things from outside.
And the one thing I
produce
observe in
it.
Nigeria is they want to behave like others.
Yes.
That is the main thing. Okay, look at this dread of a thing. Where did it come from? Outside country. Now Nigerians are even doing it more than others. If you go to the street now, there is no boy, there is no young man you will see without dread, unless they are
Or sagging.
There are few. Now
Yahoo
sagging. You are talking about Yahoo. My problem is not even them to do Yahoo. If they will do Yahoo, at least if they will do Yahoo, the Yahoo of a thing will be like cyber security. For cyber security, you know what I mean by cyber
And
security?
genuine eyes.
Yes, that is to regulate the rate of account hacking. You know what? All this is what I mean, but not to snatch away people's hard-earned money.
Because you
That's why
can't
they call it Yahoo now.
Everybody is not stable.
Money.
People,
And
you see them
in Nigeria, and here in Nigeria now, outside country, when their parents will tell them, "Oh yeah, stop this. Will you sit down there?" They will sit down, but come and tell it to the children here in Nigeria. Even the one that even marveled me, is it last week or last 2 weeks, when I went to a school, and one of a friend of mine told me that one of his classmates want to fight his teacher because of what the teacher asked him to sit down while he was going about, and they were even writing exam. The teacher asked him to sit down. He was asking his teacher, "Why do you want me to sit down? I don't want to sit down there." Imagine somebody that even though it's a government school or not a government school, your teachers are like your parents.
Yes.
But not in Nigeria. Nigeria, their respect, I don't even know where it is. Even fowls and all these ruminant animals are even more respectful than human beings. If you have a dog now, or even let me say a fowl, once you chase that dog away, you see you go and rest, go and sit down one place. But not all these. I don't even know what they even drink.
No, it's just because the level of corruption is not high.
Level of corruption,
yes.
what? It's not even corruption. We're not saying something since then.
I've been
Just stay
talking.
quiet.
I've been talking.
So I want to add something to what I've said. I want us to read hard, study hard, stay focused. We should keep any form of distraction behind. We should
Like
read
that,
our
your
phone.
phone, keep it.
No,
Keep your phone.
no.
Keep your phone. No, keep your phone. Is
All with no play makes me a young boy.
No, keep your phone, because that's the first thing you're supposed to do. Keep
Yes.
your phone.
Phone is important.
It's
now, you
important,
know.
but
It's used for research.
Research,
But
but
you're not doing- are you
I'm used for researching.
How
What
many
are you-
times-
I'm
how
used
many
for
times do you
researching.
research?
Yes.
Research.
Research.
Yes. How
Every
many
day.
times? Every day.
Yes, like I
Every day.
do something on like learning online.
Uh-huh.
So I used to learn online.
You used to learn online.
yes.
Like how many minutes?
Like for 30 minutes is enough.
Then the rest is for what?
The rest I'll drop it to make call.
Ha, mango.
I don't trust you.
Trust me
No,
now.
now. But those games I saw in your phone is for what?
Don't you know all work?
Oh,
no.
play.
Make me a dog, but I
Those
need
games
to
I
play.
even, I counted them. They're up to even 16 in your phone.
I need to play now. Is it bad?
Or how many are you
It's not-
playing those 16 games?
So is that all you guys want to say?
I just got cheat now. I still
Oh,
want to
sorry,
say.
sorry, I forgot.
About the food.
I'll be right back.
I wonder
Nah,
what food is this. I wonder this one that is taking 3 hours to do.
You could do fast. and
Okay,
stuff.
guys, our cook is done. So, like, we'll be going to eat. But before we go, like, I would like to ask, when next can we be doing this? When next will be available to do this?
That's very good. That's
Tomorrow, no, I won't be available tomorrow.
No, next
Maybe
week.
by
Next
next
week.
week.
Okay,
Next week,
okay. I'll call you guys on the phone to find out when you guys are available by next week.
Okay.
So, what subjects will we be?
But since we have been talking about all these things, I've not seen Jimmy. Are you sure that you are not from there around the world?
I don't know for you. It's like the hunger is too much, so you know.
So, what's
No, we have
You
been
know that
talking.
much. I'm doing biology.
What about you?
My subject is Igbo now.
You can talk on
Okay,
Look at
okay. I may be
that.
thinking about English, geography, Igbo.
choose a particular one, please.
Okay. We're talking about English.
What about you?
I'll be doing ignorance.
Animal husbandry.
Animal husbandry too.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Okay, I'll talk on agric.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go downstairs and eat.
But should we call other students?
Yeah, we've talked about
You are
it,
free
so,
now
okay.
to call them so that it will be more lively and more interesting.
So let's go.
You all made my day. Thanks very much.
Hope you guys had fun.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.
This is TV 274 production, channel meant to spread evangelical mission, reflections, church news, interviews on church matters, socio-political issues, and other marriage matters. Both young and nice content, all kinds of invitation cards, even movies. DCTV 274 production.